All right, thank you guys for your patience in this past 7 minutes. My session has started, and I would love to welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. I've extended this invitation even to prospects, that is, people that we've spoken to regarding the business, people we've invited into the business, people we've even before have maybe had presentations in our platforms before. And I thought this would be an ideal moment for me to actually help them cultivate their mindset as they prepare to come into the business and join our team. This is one of the many trainings that we do as a team. And in terms of personal development, in terms of growing your leadership abilities, one thing I love about our type of business is that you come into the business completely maybe unaware of yourself, but you will be part of the business and start to understand yourself and start to learn more about the kind of character and person that you are. And there's always room to grow. In our business, you are not, how can I put this? There is no bad person. Everyone has room to grow. Everyone has room to learn, to adjust, as long as you build the mindset that you need in order for you to win and build a strong business moving forward. So that's what tonight I thought, let me just extend this invite to more people so that everyone who comes into our team gets to understand what it means to be part of us and how we grow each other. We always say in our presentations, we will support you, we will coach you, we will train you, we will mentor you. I wanted you to come in and feel that mentorship and see what it looks like, see what coaching looks like, see what support looks like. And this is one of the things that we do as a team, that is to train you and ensure that you have the tools, you have the system, the strategies that will help you become a better business leader. We are in a network marketing industry. As we move on, you will get to understand what it means. And when you come into the business and be part of our family, what does it mean for you? Okay. So you will get to have an understanding of what building with us looks like. My name is Zanele Ndlovu. I'm a mom and a wife, a diagnostic radiographer and mammographer. I'm a foster parent, a personal development coach, as well as a global business builder. And I am a manager by level in the Forever Living business, which is a network marketing business, which is the business that has helped me become a better coach in personal development. Part of what you are doing today here is personal development. Whenever you are attending a training, whenever you are attending a mentorship program, whenever you are learning something, you are personally developing yourself, your skills, your abilities. And as a person who's in business, that is one thing you cannot live without. Personal development has to be part of your journey. As a person who wants or desires more for themselves, and you are not taking part in personal growth and personal development activities, then you are setting up yourself for failure. You have to want to be a better person in order to occupy a certain level in space. If you want to remain the same, don't do anything different. But if you want to occupy different spaces, if you want to go into different offices and yet be able to capture the momentum, be able to fit in, be able to show up as the best version of yourself, personal development cannot not be part of your life. So as part of my coaching and a business builder, I strongly suggest that every time you look at what you want to achieve, always consider, does this grow me personally? Does this give me tools and strategies for me to be a better person? Does this test me to be a better person? Does it require me to be uncomfortable in order for me to be a better person? Because those are some of the things that in any industry, especially with network marketing, you are going to have to ask yourself a lot in order for you to win in this business. So that is why when it comes to mental capacity in building a business, it is very, very important. Your mental capacity is what's going to direct every step and every move as you move on into the next level of your business. So this is who is addressing you today. This is who's giving you the training. And I hope that you will find value with this training as soon as I'm done, and it will make a different impact and make you understand that your yes in joining my team is what's going to help you become a better person. This is going to be part of your journey in building the Forever Living business. And this is not only just for you to make income, but this is going to be for you to set yourself up in life. There are 3 things as a person you are going to have if you want to succeed and prosper in life. You don't go through life blindfolded. You don't go through life in darkness. You have to have a vision, a purpose, and a goal in your life. If you don't have these three key things, you will be wandering around and thinking life has no meaning for you, thinking you are not born to be great, you are not born for impact, you're not born for anything. You just live, occupy space, eat, sleep, and that's just it. You will look at your life and see normality, because you don't have a vision, you don't have a purpose, you don't have a goal. When we talk vision, we are talking about the picture of the future that you desire to create. Mind you, it is a picture of the future that you desire to create. It's what you desire. It's not a group assignment. It's not a group picture. It's not a family thing. It is you. It is a personal picture. How do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? How do you envision yourself in 10 years' time? Some of us woke up at 30-something years old and we wonder what happened to us, because we never had a vision of what a 35 is going to look like, what 30 I'm going to look like, what 30 I want to achieve. We just live every day like it's just nothing. There's no vision, there's no purpose, there's no goal to it. And that's why you wake up, you're 30 and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm too old to go back to school. I'm too old to do certain things, because you've never had anything guiding your life at a certain age or a certain level. So vision is very important, because it answers the question, it answers where am I going? The question, where am I going in my life? Where am I going in my relationship? Where am I going with this friendship? Where am I going with this partnership? Where am I going with this business? Vision is very important. So you are going to have that vision with you, so that you can understand what purpose will be for you. Guys, do you relate? Does it make sense? Please type in the chat if it makes sense so far what I am talking about. You are going to have a vision. It's a long term, it is inspirational, and it gives direction. Most people are always looking for, oh, I want to be motivated, I want to be inspired, but you will want all of that if you do not have a vision that inspires you. If you do not have a vision that inspires you, then yes, you will always look for inspiration elsewhere. You will always look for someone else to give you the direction of where you need to be or what life needs to look like for you. But that's not always the case. You have to have your own inspiration. What inspires you? What is it about your life? When you look at yourself in 3 to 5 years' time, what is it that you are seeing? What is giving you direction for what you are currently doing? Is it going to take you to where you see yourself in 3 years' time? Is it going to take you to where you see yourself in December? Is it going to take you to where you see yourself in 10 years' time? What you are currently doing, does it serve your vision or not? A man with no vision has no driving force. So if you don't see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years, what will drive you to get there? How would you even know you are there? How would you even know, like, I've made it in life? How do you know you've made it in life if you've never had that envisioned before? That's why you'll buy an iPhone and think, oh my God, I've made it. I can afford an iPhone. Was that what you intended to do? What purpose does it serve you at that stage? That is what vision carries. That is the power. That is the force that allows you to wake up each and every day and go through life. So you have to have a mental picture of what your future should look like. I'm not saying it will happen like that. I'm not saying that's exactly what will happen, but you get to live intentionally that even if life happens at you, you don't lose focus. You don't lose the picture that you have in your mind. You don't lose the picture that you've created. This is the kind of family that I want. When you pray based on the vision that you have, because the desire to create, you get it from God. The desire you create, you get it from God. So you when you pray, you are revealing what He's placed inside of you. So if you don't have that placed inside of you, if you don't have the mindset to see what it is that you want to achieve in 2, 3, 5, 10 years time, your long term, your 20 years is going to be wasted over time. Part of our 30 years has been wasted over time because we are at a place where now we realize, oh, but I've grown. I've got 3 kids. I'm married. Like, what purpose has my life served? Because there was no vision for my 30s. So you need to break that chain. You need to break that cycle and start seeing yourself in the next 5 years and start seeing yourself in the next 10 years. Okay. One thing I wanted to share before, actually, I started, which but I'm still going to share it because this is very important in the mindset that we need to build as we are in business or as you're about to get into business. If you have not joined us yet, I hope after this session, you will really understand that joining this team, you will be given the mental capacity, the strength that you need in order for you to get to where you need to get. All right. So I'm just looking for, there's a scripture that I want. In Romans 12, verse 2, it says, do not copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Guys, anytime you are going to have a nudge about a business that is given to you and you feel the peace to say, oh my God, this is a kind of business I can do, know that it is something that God has placed inside of you that is an answer to a prayer. Maybe you've never had that prayer said to you, but because God knows what your next 5 and 10 years is going to look like. Maybe in 10 years, you'll lose your job. Maybe in 5 years, you'll lose your job. God knows then you need something that will sustain you. But you have to have that mindset. Your mind needs to be renewed to understanding that everything about me is because of what God has placed inside of me. So our minds need to be renewed in order to grasp what God knows about us, in order to tap into the space of the vision that God has given us, the gift that God has given us, as well as the abilities that God has given us. Romans 12, verse 2. Please do read that and give yourself the chance to say, Lord, renew my mind about this business opportunity so that I can understand what it can do for me. Change my mindset in how I see network marketing, change my mindset from what I'm hearing people are saying, change my mindset from what I am seeing people are doing so that it fits what you want me to do. Then you know your vision is going to align to what God has planned for you. Then you come to your purpose. Your purpose is your why. Your why, it answers, why do I exist? Why do I do what I do? It is deeply connected to the values, the calling, and the impact on others. Remember, I said if you don't have a vision, you're going to wake up one day feeling like my life has no purpose, my life has no meaning, I have no impact on people. You will always see yourself inferior to others because you don't feel you have anything to offer. But when you have a vision, you know you've got something to look forward to, something to work on, to work forward to. And also, you have to work on yourself to fit the vision that you have. And guys, do not lower your standards because now you are trying to fit to what you are presently going through. Vision is not about your current financial status. Vision is not about your current emotional situation. Vision and purpose are not about your current position in life. They're about what you see above what you are going through. How do you see yourself beyond the situation? If all systems were normal, if everything was normal, How do you see yourself? If you weren't going through what you are going through, if you're not feeling what you are feeling, how would you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? That is what vision does. Purpose then says to you, why do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years like that? Why is it that you desire that kind of life? What is it that you are going to now offer when you have that kind of life? That's where now you are bridging the gap of what? Of purpose. That's where now you start understanding, but this is why I wanted this. This is why I wanted the life I want. This is why I wanted the family I have. Where there is no reason to being, there is no reason to pursue. So if you don't want to become a certain type of person, there's no reason for you to work hard on yourself. There's no reason for personal development. There's no reason for business development. There's no reason for you to be part of anything, not even in employment. There's no reason for you to find a job, to look for a job, to be employed. Why? Because there's no purpose for your employment. Why do you need a job so much? Why do you need extra income so much? What is it that it's going to do for you? What is it that it's going to do for you? If it answers that, then you know your reason for doing it. You know your reason for being part of it. Don't just be part of it because there's hype. Don't be part of it because, yes, now people are talking about it. It's trending on TikTok. Then you want to be part of it. What is it going to serve in your life? Does it form part of your vision? Will it give you purpose in life? What? You pursue it because it has to do with you. No one else. It's not even about me. It's not about my team. It's not about the support that I'm going to give you. It's about you. Remember, when I give you support, I'm giving you support to your vision. I'm supporting your vision. I'm working with you for your purpose. I'm helping you discover that purpose and fulfill it to have impact on other people. It's about you. When I support, I'm supporting your vision. If you don't have a vision, you will feel like everything that is imposed on you, it's too much. If you don't have a purpose, you will feel like everything that they say you need to do to achieve what you want to achieve, it's a lot. It's pressure. It's mental health issues because you do not have the capacity to give yourself that ability to learn so you become the version that you want to be. Remember, God places inside of us visions that are bigger than us. You start loving things that are bigger than you, that are higher than your budget. And then you creep because your mindset, your capacity in your mind cannot comprehend, why do I want such a big car when I'm earning so little salary? So now you shrink your capacity to fit your salary instead of living yourself and allowing yourself to expand in order to meet that crazy goal. And that's how a lot of us have lived our lives in the past 30 years. We've shrinked our standards, we've lowered our values, we've degraded ourselves so much that even dreaming is a luxury for you. You don't want anything to do with dreaming. You don't want anything to do with somebody coming and saying, you know what, in the next 10 years, I want to save 10,000. You can't even save 500 in a month. So you move away from those type of people that would help serve your purpose and your vision because you've shrunk yourself, your capacity, your mental state cannot comprehend that you can be better than what you are currently. So you live your life thinking this is just it. And God has called you for higher places. God has called you for better things. God says you can have exceedingly abundantly, but you don't have that. You don't want that. You don't want to pursue that because you don't want to look crazy. You don't want to be misunderstood. You don't want people to think, you're dreaming. This is never going to happen, not to anyone in our family. You don't want to expand your mental capacity to go for the things that scare you because you don't trust that you deserve them. So purpose is what's going to help you pursue that why. The why that like, I don't want to die the same way my parents died. I don't want to live in the shack that my parents lived in. I don't want my kids to suffer the way I suffered. The why are you pursuing this is what's going to drive you. That's what's going to drive you. And the goal is what you will set for yourself to achieve that vision and fulfill that purpose. Goals are specific and measurable. These are steps that you take in order for you to move forward. You have to do something to get to that vision. You have to do something to get to that purpose. You have to do something to fulfill that dream that you have. It is measurable steps that you take for you to move towards your vision while you are living out your purpose. I love how they interlink, because you will not get to your vision without first going through your purpose. So if you don't know your purpose today, it's okay, but have a vision, because vision is going to lead you to discovering your purpose. And then you can start working on small goals in order to meet the vision through your purpose. But the problem is when you don't do anything, you don't figure out your purpose because you don't have a vision that gets you there. A goal is going to answer what will I do and by when. So if your goal is to save 10,000 Rand in the next 2 years, 10,000 Rand in the next 2 years, then the goal is, how much do I need to save every month to get to 10,000 Rand? And while you do that, trust me, you are going to discover that I can actually help someone else in budgeting. I can, if my structure is working and I'm seeing myself saving, and I've saved 10,000 in this 2 years, I can say I can help someone else who's earning the same amount that I'm earning to save the same amount that I'm saving, in order while they live, while they're able to do life, they're still able to save and be able to make 10,000 in 2 years. You're not in a race with anyone. You don't have to make 2,000 in a year. You can do it in your pace, based on the level that you are in order for you to grow. That is measurable, because you've desired something that is above your pay grade, but you are giving it step by steps that fits your lifestyle until you are able to meet your goal. Guys, does it make sense? Your goal has to have measurable steps for you to achieve it. If you know you are deep in debts, there's nothing more for you to cut out. There's nothing more for you to change. The only thing left for you to do now is to get extra income. For how long do I need to work this business in order for me to meet the needs that I need to meet in my life and be able to pay off the debts that I have? That is a measurable goal. That is what you need to do. That is putting in the work to achieve that vision and discover your purpose. Everything has meaning under the sun. Everything has purpose under the sun. Whatever you are doing, there's meaning and there's purpose for it. So do not take it lightly. What you are learning to do, to achieve, it's part of personal growth, because someone else needs to be inspired by that. That's where now your life begins to impact. That's when now your life begins to change someone else. If you can do it, someone else can do it. If I did it, I can teach someone else to do it. That is the goal. That is personal growth and personal leadership. Goals keep one grounded, disciplined, and focused. If you don't have a goal in your life, you cannot be disciplined. You cannot be focused to achieve anything, because there's no vision, there's no purpose, therefore there's no goal. You will not have a goal without a vision. There's a reason why there's a goal, because there's somewhere you want to go. There's something you see of yourself. There's somewhere you want to achieve. So your mindset has to be everything in order for you to achieve that one thing that you want. You need to build the strength to say, I need to expand. Even if things get heavy on you, expand. Even if things aren't working the way you were planned, it means there's a challenge I need to go through. It's part of the growth. It's part of the process. Your dreams you dreaming and having a vision and purpose and your goals does not necessarily mean it's going to be smooth sailing, but it's what's going to keep you grounded to say, whatever happens, rain or sunshine, you are going to make it. We have been going to work in heavy rain, stormy, but we wake up and we go because we need to go to work to get paid. There's a vision, there's a purpose, there's a goal for it, regardless of how stormy it is. So why, when it storms in your life, when you go through challenges, you want to give up on your goals? You want to give up on your growth? You want to give up on your mental strength, because challenges strengthen your ability to conquer. If you don't go through them, you won't learn anything. Challenges are part of life. So this is how the order of life goes. I spoke about vision, purpose, and goal. But once you have everything aligned to you, this is how it's going to form. This is the order that it's going to be in. Your purpose is now going to describe why you exist. What was the reason I even joined the Forever Living business? Because at first I thought it was just for this, but now I discover I can actually help more people. So now purpose becomes the hailing purpose in your life, it becomes the one thing that covers and umbrellas everything else. Because now the reason why you are doing this allows your vision to expand and shows you where you can go with this, and expands and extends even more revenues. That's why we say, come into the business, it will fund more streams of income. That's what we are talking about, because now it becomes a purpose. Since you've grown, you've developed, you've been trained, you've been coached, you're now a leader with purpose and direction. You now have a vision of, oh man, this is where I can go with this business. So now you're like, where am I going with this? How many people can I expand my knowledge to? And then it comes now to your goals. How do I get there? How do I expand my knowledge to people? How do I access more people? How do I invite more people? And those are systems and structures that you learn as you go along. Right now, your mind is so clouded to say, where am I going to get customers? How am I going to sell this product? I don't even know this product, because there's no, you have not even answered the first question. Why do you want to even do it? If you can answer why you want to do it, then you have everything set out for you to say, I'm doing it regardless. I will learn along the way, because that's what business does. It teaches you as you do it. You will never learn business while you are not in it. You will never learn what is learned in school if you are not part of the school program. So why would you think you can learn about Forever Living products when you're not part of it? What mental capacity will you have in order to grasp what Forever is? The only information you have is what you are seeing people talk about on TikTok. Is that enough for you to hold your vision on? Is that enough for you to be purposeful about? Is that enough for you to set a goal on it? No. If that was the case, then everyone who's on TikTok and seeing everything about Forever, they'd be joining like crazy. But it's not, because you will never learn a system of something that you are not part of. You won't learn how to do radiography when you've never been in an institution that teaches radiography. And even after qualifying, you'll never be a good radiographer without you being in an institution that allows you to practice radiography every day. You don't become good at what you do because you're qualified. You don't become good at what you do because you've applied at the university for it. You become good because you do it every single day. And that's what leads you to becoming a better version, when you learn the skills you do not have in order to find the thing that you want to have. So now a lot of people, I've been talking about Forever. So a lot of people that are here know that I'm in Forever. But a lot of people do not understand that part of Forever is that it's in a network marketing industry. And this is an industry that is currently generating over $18 billion globally. That's a big industry. That is an industry that even yourself, oh man, guys, it's crazy. And this is, I'm talking about dollars. This is probably me just outguessing a number. Maybe it's over 40 billion. Like, network marketing industry is big. It's not just in South Africa. It's not just Forever being the only company. It's big and has a lot of companies. We grew up saying, yo man, grow up, go to school, get a job, have security, get married, have kids, and whatnot, and you're successful like that. But in today's era, the reality is that there is no longer job security in you finding a job or being hired and having a bus join. I know this because many people in my team have lost their jobs. So there's no security in that, because when you lose your job, you lose your income. But what I love about network marketing, what I love about Forever, is that even if you can lose your job in Forever, you don't lose your income. Here, you don't get hired, you don't get fired. You are in this business where you set your own tone, you work your own way, you don't report to anyone, you are just guided to work your business. We are in the health and wellness and beauty business, which means we have sustainable products. These are products that were recommended by our South African government during the COVID outbreak. Forever was one of the essential service providers. So don't tell me about a fly-by-night. Don't tell me about a pyramid scheme. Tell me about a business that the government said this business can function because it has the necessary products that are needed during this time of disaster. A pandemic like COVID-19 made the government realize the essential service provided by Forever Living. It's so sad that over the years, people have forgotten what Forever Living has done during the COVID-19 situation. So this is a business that you can really feel I am part of something that is sustainable because the government recognizes it, the government approves of it, and you will be able to also function in that business. It is sustainable. It is the new job security because it is sustainable as long as you are in, as long as your mindset is set to the type of vision that you want this business to accomplish for you, you are set for life. It allows you time freedom. Like I said, a couple of weeks ago, it was raining like crazy. Trust me, I was one of those people praying and saying, Lord, is this not the time for me to quit my Pastor John? Like, give me a sign, because waking up in this rain, I'm really not up for it. Because I know there's time freedom in this business. I've seen it with so many people in my team. That's what it allows for me as well. I know that once I've done my Forever business and I'm ready and God gives me a sign to say, now you can go stay at home and be a housewife and take care of your kids and have the time freedom you want, you can do that. As soon as I get that sign, guys, I'm so content with this business because I know it works. What it also will allow you is that you'll be part of a community and be part of the impact. Remember, part of having purpose is for you to have impact on others. So Forever will equip you to impact other people with the resources and the tools that is impacting your life currently. So you won't feel like you are missing out. You won't feel like you are losing yourself. You won't feel like this is going to be a business that brings you to understanding what personal development and growth is for you. It is a personal business that allows you to give it to yourself personally. You give your dreams to Forever, and Forever gives you a system to achieve it. Write down your goals and give them to Forever Business, and Forever Business is going to show you how you can work this and achieve those goals. You'll be part of that community that says, we are ready to see you win. We want to see you win. You have to win. That is why even tonight we are here. That is why even tonight I'm doing this training, because this is part of me saying to my team, I want to see you win. I want you to build the mindset of saying, I'm in this business for the sustainability, for the impact, for the health products that my body needs. Because what's the point of having money and you can't even enjoy it? What's the point of having money when all you are spending it on is on medical bills? So with our health and wellness products, it helps you first before you recommend it to other people. You get to use these products. You get to feel how the products are. You get to be healthy, glowing, and energy-wise boosted. So you can be able to enjoy the money that you make. You can be able to enjoy the resources that comes with the Forever business. Who wouldn't want to be part of such an industry? You don't do the business alone. You don't do the business in a vacuum. We are here for you. We set time aside just to make sure that you get the tools, you get the structure, you get the resources to build the business that you want. There's no other way. You are the one that will have to decide if this is the kind of community that you want or not. This is Rex Mon. It's greatest quotes. When you come into our Forever, you will hear about Rex Mon a lot, because he is the founder of Forever Living Products. He founded this business in 1978. This Forever business does not only operate in South Africa. So you can take your mind off from saying, who am I going to sell to? Who is going to join my team because my neighbors don't support, my friends don't support, my family don't support. You have 160 countries that can support your business, and you are constantly on your phone that allows you to connect to over 160 countries. 160 governments have said yes to Forever. I've already explained how South African government said yes to Forever during a critical time in our life, in our generation. So imagine all these 160 other countries. So you can be able to operate Forever Living outside of it. Your mindset has to stretch outside of saying, my friends, my family, my neighbor, my town. No. Even if you are in the rurals of all rural areas, you can operate forever because you found me, you found the person that invited you tonight here through your phone, which means you live outside of your neighbors. You live outside of your town. You live outside of the fact that Usemakaya, as long as you have a smartphone. It means you are advancing from rural life. If you are so deep in rural areas and no one is going to buy from you, how come you have a phone? Where did you buy that phone? You can't tell me there's no rural area, or there's a rural area that does not have a town, a city. What about the people that have money around your city, around your province? Those are the ones you look for. Those are the people you sell to. So your mental capacity is what's going to tell you how you are going to do this business. And until you see it beyond the borders of your household, beyond the borders of your community, beyond the borders of your town, beyond the borders of your province, beyond the borders of your country, you will always be caved and always ask the $1 million question that everyone asks: who am I going to sell to? Who do you want to sell to? Guys, these are mind issues. These are things that your mind keep rotating themselves in you so that you don't go after the dream, the vision, and the purpose that you have. You are so afraid of impacting so many people that you'd rather stay in and cage yourself into the vulnerable society and form part of the statistics instead of standing out and building that society, coming back to giving to that society. Why watch pain? Why watch suffering when you can do something about it? It's all a matter of mindset. Forever owns its aloe vera farms in the Dominican Republic and Texas. Nothing is being borrowed. Everything is owned by Forever Living Products. These are plantations where our aloe plants are being planted and harvested. And one of the things that Rex Mon said during his time, because he passed away a couple of years ago, one of the greatest sayings that he said was, one of the greatest sources of illnesses in the world is an empty wallet. If you want to decrease the number of people suffering, just give them a chance to earn an honest living. And this is what he did in that. He gave us an honest living. He gave us Forever Living products that give us health, wellness, and beauty, that allows our bank balances to thrive every single month. He allowed us to feel good about ourselves, reducing the illnesses that is killing a lot of people. So many people are getting in and out of mental institution because of so many deaths. And yet most of those people come out and still feel like they are too good, too better to sell. So you're not good. You're good enough to be sick. You're good enough to always be going in and out of mental institution, but you're not good enough to make an honest living through Forever Living products. You're not good enough for that. How come? You're good enough to go knocking and begging and asking for people, can I just have 20 rand to go to town? Can I just have 50 rand? I need to buy bread. You are good enough to borrow and ask from others, but you're not good enough to make an honest living. How is that helping you in your life? Where is that taking you in the next 3 to 5 years? How is that affecting your kids, the kids that you are bringing up in your generation? What are you saying to them? It's okay to be a beggar. It's not okay to go after your dreams. That's the kind of generation we want to grow. I'm sorry, but I can't be part of that. I cannot grow up suffering and still have to bring that suffering to my kids. Not when I have so much offered. In this 22nd century, guys, there's so much that you can do to uplift yourself. There's so much that you can do to bring out that personality out of you, to bring out the dreamer out of you, to bring out the person that's always wanted to achieve, the high achiever that you are. There's nothing wrong. You don't have to apologize for being a high dreamer. You don't have to apologize for being ambitious. Go for it. It's your life. You're the one who's going to stand before God one day and say, Lord, I've exhausted every gift you've given me. I've exhausted every avenue you've given me. I've exhausted every business opportunity you've given me. I have nothing to offer. I'm not taking anything with me to heaven. I've left everything on earth. That's where you placed me. But if you're not going to allow yourself to make an honest living, then you are continuing the cycle of what your parents have done. Because your mindset cannot grasp that you can't do it. Now, the truth is that anyone can join network marketing. We have over 100,000 network marketing companies. Forever is just but one of them. Yes, you too can join. Anyone can join Forever Living. But only those who stay and build their businesses win. Those who stay and build, not just stay and say, I joined, but I'm not selling. People, those who stay and build their businesses, they win. So when you come into Forever, when you come into a network marketing, have the intention to build. A builder continues to build regardless of the seasons they are in. If you get hired today and it rains tomorrow, are you going to say, it's raining me, I'm not going to go to work anymore. I'm going to stay home? No. You're going to wake up and you're going to catch that 4 o'clock bus to get to work. You are going to sacrifice to stay the course because you're begging for that work. Why don't you beg yourself to stay for a business that will set you up for life? For life. People who leave network marketing, they leave because they don't see the beyond the struggle. They don't see the beyond the challenges. They don't see their vision is not strong enough to withstand the trials and the tribulations and the trainings that come with building a network marketing. They're not even trials, they're not even tribulations, they are training. These are training in progress. You are going to be pruned in this business until you become the version that can hold R1 million. You can't now hold 1,000 rand. You don't even know what to do when somebody gives you 1,000 rand. But you, oh my God, guys, in network marketing, you can make over 100,000 in 1 month. If your mindset is not set to receive so much money, if your capacity is only set for 500 a month, you are just going to stay at 500. That's why people will have excuses of saying, oh, me, I can't sell, I can't talk to people, I can't recruit, I can't. Like, guys, these examples of these mindsets, these are two people that are hearing the same business presentation right now about Forever Living products, getting the same training about Forever Living products, but they are going to live with different mindsets. One is going to say, oh, this is too much for me. Imagine me training like Zanele is doing. No, I can't. Me, I can't even talk about, I can't even talk to people. No, me, I'm not. No, this is too much for me. They walk away, they're not willing to learn. It's not about what you can do now. It's not about what you are able to do now. Do you have the vision of saying, I can? Because these two people are receiving the same information, but their mind is generating it in a different perspective. The other one is also thinking the same thing. I can't talk, I can't recruit, I can't sell, I don't know anything about Forever, I don't know the products, I don't even know who I'm going to sell to, I don't even have time to sell, but I am willing to learn and make time for it. Because my future, my vision, my purpose, my goal depend on it. Same information, different outcomes. Which one are you? Which one are you? Because the minute you say you can't and you are not willing to learn, you've shut down every possibility of seeing how you can expand your business and your knowledge. It's like a person coming to wanting to teach you how to drive and immediately say, no, me, I can't drive. I don't even want to learn how to drive. You're not going to learn because you don't envision yourself driving that BMW. That's why you don't even have a license, because you don't envision yourself ever owning a car. So why would I need a license? Someone else will come and say, no, I'll do a license because one day, I'm not working today, I'm unemployed today, but one day I'll have a car. They go, they do a license, they pass, they have a license, they renew it every single year because their vision is stronger than the circumstance of saying they cannot afford a car. Which one are you? Hearing this information today, what is your, how are you able to expand your mindset to meet this? Mental capacity in network marketing, it refers to the mindset, the emotional strength, and thinking skills required to grow and sustain the business, not intelligence. You don't have to be clever to join Forever. You don't have to know what Forever Living products are. You don't have to know what aloe vera is. You don't have to know what Dominican is. I've highlighted skills because skills are something you can learn. You can learn. You did not know how to use that smartphone. You learned how to do it, how to use it. You did not know how to do the work you are hired to do right now. You learned how to do it. Everything in life we are taught. You just have to have the capacity to learn it. No one is born knowing how to talk to people. It's a skill you learn. We have trainings that teach you how the products work, how to recommend it to people. So you don't have to think for yourself, oh, how am I going to recommend, or am I going to recommend this to? You will be taught. You just have to have the willingness to learn. I don't know the products, but I will learn them. I don't know how to recommend them, but I will learn them, because the goal says I need to make 1,000 Rand every single month to pay for my child's school fees. I need to be able to pay for electricity every 2 weeks. So I will learn to sell if I have to, because there's a goal attached to why I'm doing this business. There's a goal attached to why I need to be in this business. I need to learn all the necessary skills for me to win in this business. I cannot afford to quit. I cannot afford not to join this business, because I was in the same place. Right now, you are in the same place you were in December. That is a couple of weeks ago. You're still broke. You still don't have money. You don't even know what you're going to do. But you have been delaying you joining forever. Oh my God, guys, money is never there. You generate it. You invest the little you have to generate more. Right now, currently you cannot pay the bills that you have with the money that you are making. You make a sacrifice, guys. It's as simple as that. You sacrifice to invest so you can have money to pay the debts. There's no other way around it, because we don't have money. You don't have money to join forever right now, but the money that you are receiving, that is where you need to make the sacrifice. Pray for it and say, Lord, I'm sacrificing and planting this seed in the Forever Living business, because the goal is it needs to generate and I need to pay these bills. I will be living off forever while everything I'm making is going to pay these bills. My salary pays bills. I'm living off forever. Some months, forever is actually just giving me money to save, because I made a decision over 2 years ago and I said, I have not been able to pay my bills. I have not been able to afford a car. I have not been able to do a lot of things. But if I'm going to do forever, I need to do forever to make sure it pays that. It pays for my kids' school fees. It pays for my car. It's a goal I've attached this business to. So my mind is set to saying, if I don't wake up to do my business, then I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to eat. My kids are not going to go to school. I won't have petrol money. I won't have money to pay my car. This business has a goal attached to it. That's why I joined it, because I sat down and I said, I'm already broke from my salary. So I'm going to take what my salary is already not giving me. And guys, I made sure that I invest into the business and put in the work to get back my investment. I learned the skills of doing network marketing the way I'm doing it now. Training and teaching. I'm teaching you from experience, from things I had to grasp myself. It's not just about going out and selling. Your mindset has to change to say, this has got to work for me, because the next 10 years, this is what my life needs to look like. My eldest son is going to be going to university. I need to make sure by the time he qualifies, he gets his matric, I'm ready for his university. 5 years ago, I did not have anything saved. Now I know I'm on my way there, because I have a goal, I have a purpose, I have a vision attached to this business. So don't join forever for hype. Don't join forever because everybody's just selling forever. Join it because you have a goal attached to it, so that when the seasons of rain comes, your goal is what keeps you awake, and you stay the course, because it will stop raining. The sun will shine. Now we are complaining of heat because it's sunny. Now the ground is getting drier and drier. So imagine that in your business. When you left the business while it was flooding and you decide, no, this business is not working, because now you're going through problems. You don't have the strength. You don't have the mental strength, the mindset, the thinking skills that are required to say, I'm going to stay regardless. It's raining now, but the storm will end. And when it's sunshine, that's when people are going to be congratulating me a lot and saying, oh, wow, look at the flowers are blooming. Oh, wow, you are making so much money. Oh, I wish I joined with you. But you have to see beyond that. That is what mental capacity is. See beyond what your business is doing right now, no matter how slow it is. See beyond the slowness. It is what you are learning while the business is slow. It's how you stay the course while the business is slow. It's how you build the strength while no one is responding. That is going to set you apart and give you the skills that are required to grow and sustain the business. You don't have to be intelligent. Your life is as good as your mindset. If your mindset is saying, I mean, I don't want to do this, that's as good as you're going to get. I don't want anything that will stress me. It's not good for my mental health. Trust me, debts are not good for your mental health. This business is good for your mental health. Debts are not good for your mental health. You telling your kids every single day, I don't have money. You're always screaming insufficiency. That is mental health issues. You are stressing and abusing your kids because you fail as a parent to give your mindset the ability to stretch and move with intention. You make it normal saying to kids, I don't have most, I don't have. Go tell your teachers it's okay, I don't have. You don't have to have books most. They'll write on the board, you write the notes. You make it look normal. It's not. It's an abuse to these kids. Your responsibility as a parent is not to shrink your dreams. It's not to shrink your desire. It's not to shrink what you can offer your kids. It is for you to make sure you are finding resources to let them live the comfortable life. They rather see their mom as the hero, be the Jackie Chan of their lives, be the Van Damme of their lives. Let them know that my mom is a superhero. Mom will go out and sell 2 aloes and come back and say, baby, how much do they need at school? Here are your new shoes. This is what mindset. When you change your mindset, when your mind is renewed, that's where you begin to see what this business can do for you. Whatever else people are saying out there, it has nothing to do with you. What has everything to do with you is where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Right now in this business, we are congratulating people that have been 8, 9, 10, 12 years in the business. Where were we in the past 10 years, guys? Where were we in 2016? Where were we in 2013? Where were we in 2015? Do you want to ask yourself the same thing in 2035? Where was I in 2025 when Zanele was doing this business? Where was I in 2024 when Zanele was presenting this business? Where was I in 2026 when Zanele was sharing this business? Because in the next 5 years, you're going to be congratulating me in levels and the money that I'll be making. And you still be wondering, why did I not join there? In fact, you know what you're going to be saying? You are going to be the ones that are saying, hi, this business is for people that joined long time ago. When is long time ago? Because long time ago for you starts now. Long time ago for you starts now. So when is your long time ago coming? Because you are missing the progress that needs to happen in your life. Why? Because your mindset tells you you can't do it. This is for certain type of people. What type are you? The one that is not willing to learn or the one that is willing to learn? For you to have a growth mindset, you need to have emotional resilience. Yo, guys, I hope you guys will take screenshots of this because this is going to be powerful. This is going to be powerful. I hope you're taking screenshots, guys. Emotional resilience. Yo, I wish that most people would understand that with every business, there is a level that you need to cultivate yourself to get. When we are talking emotional resilience, we are talking about you handling rejection, the slow growth that you are seeing in your business, the opinions that you are going to get. You handle them without quitting. Without quitting. I spoke about the rain, I spoke about the storm. You still have to go through those storms because that's what builds emotional resilience. When somebody says, no, I don't want your business. When somebody says, no, I don't want to do forever, that is building an emotional resilience because it's not going to, you guys, you're not going to take it personal. That's how you grow in this business. And when you think you're going to bypass this stage, it's not going to happen. It's part of building a network marketing business. Not everyone is saying yes to every business. You may see people hyping up to a certain network marketing business now. It doesn't mean everyone is going there. There are some people that are rejecting it. The same business that you think it's affordable for people to join, it's easy to sell this certain product, people are rejecting it because it's all in the same industry. Resilience, emotional resilience is what's going to keep you in this business long enough and understand that it's not an emotional business. You don't build a business with emotions. You also have to build consistency and discipline, guys. You need to show up even when motivation is slow. Right now, I'm from work. I'm tired. I haven't even seen my kids. I haven't seen my husband. I haven't eaten. I haven't done anything. I came in. I set up. I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. Because I told myself I need to be there for my team, to groom them, to challenge them, to help them. It's a discipline I made for myself. People are sitting now enjoying their times, watching TV, having family time, binging on Netflix, watching Mzansi. That's them. For you, discipline and being consistent in trainings and having the mindset to say, I want to grow my business, that's what's going to give you growth in your business. Even when you're not motivated to do it, you still wake up and you do it. That is consistency. That is being disciplined for your business. Self-belief. You have to trust the process and your ability before the results show. Guys, Nina, if you want to see results before the process, it doesn't work like that. You will never see results without the process. That's why even with your employer, you first work your 30 days before you get paid. You don't get hired today and get a salary today. You have to go through the process. You have to believe in the business you are doing. Believe in the vision that you have. Believe that this is the vehicle. This business is the vehicle that is going to take me to my 10 years. If in 10 years I want to retire, if in 10 years I want to have 1 million, if in 10 years I want to travel overseas, if in 10 years I want my kids to live in an estate house, if in 10 years I want to buy my top of the range car, if in 10 years, this business has got to serve my 10-year plan. You have to believe it. No one is going to believe it on your behalf. And once you believe that, you have to be coachable to reach that. You have to apply feedback without ego. A person who's coachable is a person who does not take offense when they are being corrected, is a person who does not take offense when somebody is making themselves available to training them, somebody who does not feel they are pressured when they are told you can level up, somebody who says, I will give it my all. It happens if it happens. If it doesn't happen, I have given my all. Somebody who's coachable is doing the step-by-step guided strategies that were given to practice them until they become good at them. And then you have to have a vision-driven thinking. Guys, vision is important. You will not succeed in business if your vision is not there. Vision-driven thinking, that is every time things get hard, what is the vision? Where am I going with this? It's okay if you think this is what's happening right now, but I have a vision. This is the business that's going to take me there. Have a vision-driven thinking. And have emotional intelligence. Yeah, guys. Have emotional intelligence. Building relationships, communicating with empathy, and leading people. Emotional intelligence, knowing and understanding again that you cannot force people to commit into what they don't want to commit in. You cannot force people to be available in what they don't want to be available in. You cannot force people to join what will change their lives and they're not interested in. Emotional intelligence in business will give you the growth we want to see. You will actually, Mina, I'm always thankful. I didn't understand this at first when my coach will always say, Zanele, I'm grateful when somebody says no to me. I'm grateful when somebody leaves my team. I'm grateful when somebody says, this is not for me, because this person is giving me one less thing to worry about. When somebody says no, then I know I don't have to spend my time pursuing them for pointless reasons. They've already told me they're not interested. So now I don't have to spend my time running after them, trying to pursue them, trying to convince them. I can spend my time intentionally on people who would like to know more about my business. Emotional intelligence. It's not about me. They are refusing an opportunity. They're not refusing me. They are refusing their growth. They're not me. They are refusing their success, not me. They are refusing the next 5 to 10 years of their lives, not me. It's not about me. That is emotional intelligence. That's what happens when you decide to grow your mind, your mental capacity when you're doing business, when you're doing networking, because not everyone is going to say yes. Not everyone is going to say yes. Guys, when we're talking about growth mindset, it is willingness to learn, be coached and improved, and improve in improve continuously. Improve continuously. These are the things that are going to help you get to that growth mindset. Improving yourself continuously, learning, be coachable. That's how you'll be able to build a business in network marketing. Guys, Forever is a business that will set you up for life, but you have to see the life. You have to see the life for yourself. If you don't see life in you, then you won't know what it's setting you up for. Sometimes people are too scared to think of the next 10 to 30 years of their lives, but I'm telling you right now, think that you've already lived 30 years already. You are halfway to your 60. You are halfway to your 60. So what would stop you from living the next 30 years? Don't wake up at 60 and be surprised and shocked and yet still struggling with the same thing. Insufficiency. You don't control days, you don't control time. God does. So for every day that you are alive, make it impactful, make it different, make it sustainable. This is why many people fail in network marketing, even in Forever. Many people fail not because of lack of skill or opportunity, but because their mental capacity is not yet developed for delayed results and personal growth. Yo, guys, hi. Delayed results is what people don't want. People want results now. They want a microwave result. They want to put money now and make 10,000 now. Put 200 now and make 20,000 now. People want current instant results. Hi, Forever. Not in network marketing. Guys, in network marketing, you are going to grow first before you grow money. Personal growth is the thing in network marketing, because personal growth involves your mental, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual, your social. That's personal development. It affects all these areas in your life. You will have to be grounded and humble in this business. You are going to have to learn to be involved with people. You are going to have to learn to be nice to people. If your attitude is, if he doesn't want to talk to me, I won't talk to that person. You cannot in network marketing, not when you want to build a team, not when you want to be influential, not when you want to be impactful. You cannot have an attitude when you are doing network marketing. You have to meddle with everyone. You have to want to see people win. You have to let go of ego, of saying me, and say us. It becomes an us thing. It becomes a we thing. You cannot not love people. That is why when we talk Forever, we will say Forever is a business of love. You have to love people. You love them regardless of whether they are performing or not. You love them regardless of whether they attend your trainings or not. You love them. You still wake up tomorrow and you show up in them. You check on them. Are you okay? How is it going? You show them love. Because with network marketing, things can change in an instant for anyone. So you need people in your business. Someone may not be doing well today and be shocked tomorrow. They go out, they recruit 5 people in an instant. All 5 decide we have a mindset capacity that tells us the next 20 years has to be different. They do business differently. They start winning. Your business overnight is starting to bloom from one person who's been absent for maybe 3 months. But when they got to a point where they decided to decide, their whole future changed. That's network marketing. That's how Forever works. So everyone is loved in their capacity, and everyone is supported to build their business. So people don't fail because they don't have skills. They don't have skills because they don't want to learn. They don't fail because there are no opportunities. There are no opportunities because their mindset is not sufficient to see opportunities. They have not developed that capacity for delayed results. Delayed results is what is killing a lot of people, and it happens. It is the natural order of forever. You put in the work before you see the results. And while you are putting in the work, it is the process that leads you to personal growth. It is the process that leads you. It's the process that takes you here. That is here. This is the process of personal growth. This is the process that you have to go through for you to start seeing the results. Growing mental capacity is about expanding how much pressure, people, responsibility, rejection, and vision you can hold without shrinking. No, guys, I feel like I'm preaching to myself here. How much can you hold of these things without diminishing yourself, without canceling your vision, without giving up on you, without giving up on your family, without giving up on your children? That's what mental capacity is. Are you able to expand when people are telling you, hey, when these things are not working? I know Zvan and who, they could not make it in this business. They failed, they gave up. What about the ones that are winning? What about, do you even know them? Guys, can you expand your mindset? Can you see beyond the negativity? Can you see beyond your doubts? Can you see beyond your fear? Can you see beyond the questioning of how am I going to do it? Can you see it? Because what all of this is doing for you, it's clouding the fact that it can be successful. Instead of asking yourself, will it prosper? Why don't you ask yourself, what if it does? Because everyone will always ask, what if it doesn't work? What if I don't succeed in the business? What if I can't sell? What if you can? Why is it that people, the first instant that mindset has when they hear an opportunity like this, the first thing they question themselves is, what if I don't? Why don't you change your mindset and say, hi, man, what if I'm part of the ones that are winning? What if I'm part of the ones that are making money? What if I'm part of the ones that are making sales? Because positivity cannot just come to you. You have to enforce it. You have to enforce it. You have to build the strength, the mind strength to saying, what if? Why don't you look at the ones that are winning? I want the strategies of the ones that are winning. I want to know the secrets of the ones that are winning. Fear will keep you out of the goodness that God has placed for you. And the only way to overcome fear is to do the very thing you don't want to do or you are doubtful about. Don't allow pressure, people, responsibility, rejection, and a lack of vision to shrink you. Grow your vision even more. Hold on to your purpose. Let your dreams be. Guys, your goals are very important to your children. The Bible says you need to leave an inheritance for your children's children. Right now, our parents are going to die. They don't even have anything to leave for us. Now we are going to die, and the next thing our kids are going to go into a system of social development because we failed to leave an inheritance for them. Just because our parents couldn't do it doesn't mean we can't. Break the generation, break the cycle. Stop shrinking when things are difficult. Grow your mental capacity and say, no, this is part of the process. I feel I can't do this business today, but I know it's part of the process. I'm going to stay. I'm going to go. I'm going to talk to people. I'm going to do what network marketing people do. I'm going to go out and I'm going to present the business. I'm going to reach out to more people. Even when you feel that it's hard, it's heavy, you step up. That's how you expand your mindset. That's how you expand your mindset. You step up. How to grow your mental capacity, guys? Simple. You need to upgrade your self-leadership before team leadership. Many people come into network marketing, the first thing they want to run to, okay, I need to recruit. People must join and people are not joining. Why must they join you? Where are you leading these people to when you haven't been leading yourself anyway? You don't even know how to do the minimum requirement for your business. Who are you going to lead to do the minimum requirement? Who are you going to lead to do what you are not doing? You need to upgrade your self-leadership, meaning you have to birth a new person out of you so that when people join your team, they join a leader Right now, you are looking for followers because you're also following. You have, when you come into network marketing, guys, when you join Forever, we call you a Forever business owner. We don't say a business follower. We call you a Forever business owner, which means you are in a capacity to lead, to coach, to mentor. So your mind has to come to the point where I'm coaching people. If I'm telling people to join Forever, if I'm telling people about Forever, it means I'm coaching these people. I'm telling these people to come into business so that I can groom them. I can do this business with them. If you don't see yourself as a leader, as a coach, as somebody who can train someone else and build someone else, even when they are going through the hard times themselves, but to come to the other end and say to the person, you can do this, you can make it, you can work your business. If you do not see yourself as that person, you will not be able to lead. So leadership starts with you. Where are you taking yourself first? Your vision, your purpose, your goal. Where are you taking yourself first? When you learn to tick your own goals, you will be able to teach someone else how to tick theirs. Next, you need to normalize rejection and silence. Yo, guys, this is normal. Being rejected and being blue ticked, it's normal in our business. People leaving your group, it's normal in our business. Because not everyone has the vision, not everyone has the mental capacity for what it offers. How many chats a day do I send out to my team? Some people get annoyed for that. To them, their mindset has so little capacity, it cannot function with more than 2 messages a day. It's normal to be rejected in our business. It's normal to be ignored in our business. That's fine. Your mind needs to grasp this reality. Just normalize it. Increase your tolerance for discomfort. Guys, we are always uncomfortable in this business. Like I said, you cannot do this business if you don't want to talk to people, if you don't want to add more numbers to your list, if your life is private. If your life is private and you don't want people to know about what you are doing, you cannot do this business. Here, it's all about being uncomfortable, going out, talking to new people, making sure that people know what you are selling, what you are doing, presenting things that you are uncomfortable with, standing in front of people, doing Zoom sessions, doing WhatsApp sessions, talking to people face to face. If you are not doing that, then you are still living in your comfort zone. You are still living in your comfort zone. You have to live a discomfort life. Yo, guys, you have to be uncomfortable in this business. You have to be uncomfortable in this business. Tolerance, increase the tolerance of discomfort, increase it. Right now, you are thinking, no, manager Zanele is going to do all of this for me. She'll present, she'll talk to my prospects, she'll talk to me. No. You have to increase the discomfort. Talk to them yourself. Learn how to do the presentations. Learn how to set up meetings for presentations. Learn how to go out there and look for people. That's how you build a mental capacity, because you're going to be rejected. So when you are rejected, you're going to remember that no, not everyone is going to say yes. So your mindset, actually, the minute you go out, your mindset tells you there are 2 types of people I'm going to get, or 3 types of people I'm going to get. One is going to say no to my face. One is going to say, okay, here's my number. Let's see. Maybe we can chat another time. And one is going to say, yes, let's sit down and talk. So when you go out, already your capacity, your mental being is telling you, I'm going to set up a meeting. They might come, they might not come. I'm going to host a presentation. They might join, they might not join. They might show up, they might not show up. That is how your mind should always be in business. They say they are joining by the end of the month. They might not join. They might not respond to my calls. They might not respond to my messages. I might not. Guys, by the end of the month, you have a target. In every network marketing business, there's a target, even in our Forever Living business. So there's a possibility that the people you are holding on to and saying, I'm not going to do my business because they said they are joining, so I'm going to get my points from them. There's a chance that you are holding on to an empty vessel. You are failing yourself because you are not taking self-leadership first. You want people to come and do the business for you. Reach your goal first and let them come and add on. They add on to what you have done. So you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable. Control your inner dialogue. What you tell yourself is very important in network marketing. Forever does not play with what you tell yourself. And guys, if God says, if the Bible says, even the things that you think, behold, he knows it before we say it. Yo. So when you think, the minute you think I'm not going to reach my target, you have already declared it in the spirit. So there's no way anyone is going to join your business and help you reach your target. There's no way you are going to see opportunity to reach your target. So if you are new, you're a visitor here, and you are interested in joining forever, you need to understand that there are targets in this business. And what you tell yourself in this business is what's going to change how you do your business. When you come in and you decide, I'm learning, I'm doing, I'm winning, that's what you're going to be doing. You need to control the self-dialogue that you have. You have to be the one that tells yourself, I can do it. I will do it. I will win. Control it. Develop your thinking capacity, not just skill. Oh, guys. Do not just think of skill just because I have the skill to talk, just because I know how to speak, I know how to know. Do not keep telling yourself that. You need to always think long term, not monthly. You need to be thinking what's going to happen in the next 6 months. What if my business grows in the next 6 months? If I miss my target today, what's going to happen to my business in the next 6 months? What if in 6 months' time, my business blooms? What are the consequences of me not doing something today that I will regret in 6 to 12 months' time? Develop a thinking capacity. Thinking capacity is enlarging, it's expanding how you think about your business and how you see your business. That's how you need to build that. Now, in Forever Living Products, your income really outgrows your mental capacity, meaning if your mental capacity is lower than the target required in Forever every single month, then that's how much you're going to be making, less than what is required for you. So as your mindset grows, you grow your income because you're growing your impact. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. You will hear us a lot if you're new in this platform, or if you are thinking of joining our business, or you're new in the business, you will hear me talking a lot of 4CC in the business. This is our point system, the value point system that Forever says, do this target every single month for you to be able to earn an income on the 15th. It comes with a pay slip. This is the target that Forever says meet every single month to show your activity in the business. When you reach your 4CC, it's showing Forever that you are actively building your business. And there are different structures and ways for you to actually do your 4CC that we teach and equip you to actually be able to do it. So you will learn and know how to reach your targets every month. But the minute you decide, the minute your mental capacity tells you this is a target I'm not going to do Mina in forever, then you are deciding the income that you are going to be getting. It will be less than that. So your income in Forever is going to grow as your mental capacity grow. You will never get a higher income with a low capacity mindset, unfortunately. If your mindset says, I'm not going to recruit, it means you are not getting once-off recruitment bonuses. If your mindset says, I'm not going to have a team, then it means you're not going to be getting team leadership bonuses. So there's no way you will get team leadership bonuses, 4CC bonuses, once-off bonuses for recruiting if you aren't doing any of those things. That's how my mental capacity expands the income that you generate in Forever Living business. Then we have what we call marketing plan. These are the different levels in the business that you grow into. When you come into Forever, you will be accustomed to these levels because your next level is going to increase the next income you make. Your profit margin is based on the level that you are going to be doing in every single one of it. Every time you grow in the marketing plan, you are growing your income. Guys, there is no way your income will grow when you are in the same level and you are not doing the work. You are not building a mental capacity to grow your business. Then we have what is beyond manager level. Our highest basic level in Forever is manager level. When you get to manager level, that's where you start creating even more income and generating more resources or sources of income or streams of income, which includes your incentives. So once you become manager, that's why I said manager and beyond. At manager and beyond, you are adding another 5 streams of income within the forever business. You have what we call leadership bonus when you are now having more managers being built in your business. So when you go back and you are telling people, or you are training your team to become managers, you are getting what they call team leadership bonus. When you produce more managers, you get paid according to the number of managers that you have, plus the team that you are continuing to recruit and build. So you are adding more streams of income within one network platform. Then your incentives include your travel incentives and car incentives. We have 3 trips that we go to internationally in the business. If your mindset has not taken you overseas, you will not find yourself willing to work for an overseas trip. If your mindset has not taken you to owning a car, you will not see the necessity of forever helping to pay for a car for 3 years. That is part of the incentives when you come into the business, that when we build your mindset, when we build your mind capacity, we are trying to enlarge your territory to say, you can have it all. You can travel, you can have a car, you can go and stay in an estate place. But if your mindset cannot grasp living out or moving out of your 1 room, living out of that 3 room, if you don't see yourself and your children living in a modernized house, there's nothing your leader can do to get you out of that. It's a mind issue. It's not a forever issue. We have what we call income, uncapped income. Uncapped income is when the more you work, the more income you are making. Once again, your income will rarely outgrow your mental capacity. There is no threshold in how much you can earn in forever. It is based on how much you are willing to grow and build every single day. That is how you'll be able to do your forever living business. Now, forever living, guys, it's an amazing business. It rewards consistency over a period of time. It's not in one night, what do they call, fly-by-night business. No, it's not a fly-by-night business. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. It is a business that rewards hard work. It's a business that rewards commitment. It's a business that rewards consistency. It's a business that rewards personal development. Personal development. The daily habits that you develop, oh my God, these are the habits that you are going to take with you in building the business. These are the habits that are developing you before you develop your business. That's why self-leadership is important in growing your mental capacity, because before you can grow your business, you need to grow yourself. Leaders lead from the front. That's when you'll be able to teach what you know and what you are doing every day. If you aren't making sales every day, how are you going to teach someone else to do sales? If you are not recruiting, how are you going to teach someone else how to recruit? If you are not reading books, how are you going to empower someone else to be motivated, to be self-driven, to have a vision and a goal if you don't have any of those things? So that's why in Forever, the trainings are more to equip you as a person. Then you as a person you are the one that builds your forever business. If you as a person are empty inside, your business is also empty. Forever builds you before it pays you. Yo, guys, it pays you after it has made you the person who's able to handle the amount of money it's willing to pay you. So allow yourself in this business to be built up. Attend the trainings, attend the coachings. Once you have come into the forever business, do not miss a coaching, do not miss a training, because that's where leaders are born. That's where leaders are made. That's where you'll be able to have a much bigger vision for yourself. When you see the testimonies of leaders in forever, that's where you are able to say, I can also dream like that. You won't just say, yo, this person is living my life. No. You will say, this person is where I am going. This person is where I am headed. This person is proof that I'm on the right track. This person is proof that this business will work for me too. So if you're new in this business, in this session, or if you have been invited as a guest, I want you to go back to the person that invited you and say, listen, I'm done thinking. I want to become a better version of myself. I'm done lying around and wondering every single month and every single year where my life is going. I want purpose, I want vision, I want to have my goals ticked. I'm ready to join. How do I start Forever Living? How do I start this business? I don't know anything. I'm scared. I'm not sure if this is going to work for me, but I'm willing to learn. I'm ready to start. You have different ways for you to start the business. You can join the business as a full member and buy the full membership stock of 7,110 Rand. Become an assistant supervisor. That is the first leg in the marketing plan. Get a 30% discount when you join the business. You are able to recruit and start building a team. You get trainings, you get coaching in the business, and you start earning bonuses in the business. If you don't have 7,110 Rand, you can join the business with 1,550. That is the minimum stock that you can join the business with. You've got 2 months, 2 consecutive months to build up to full membership so you can get better discounts, better benefits. However, with the 1.5, you will still get training, you'll get coaching, you will be able to learn how to sell, how to recruit, how to do the business, and you will be able to still sell those products that you will get. We don't have admin fee. We don't have registration fee. You just buy your stock. We need a copy of your ID. We need a proof of your bank account. We need an email address so that you can register and start your Forever Living business. Choose which option works for you and start your business today, because your next 10 years depends on the decision that you are making now. Allow yourself to be built up so you can start getting paid. This is part of what Forever offers you. It is going to reward you over time. It is going to develop your habits and develop your business. It is going to start paying you once you are developed. Become a better version of yourself and start seeing yourself making those 20,000 a month, and you would actually make it. That's how your mind needs to see this. Guys, I've come to the end of my session. And I hope this inspires you to say, I'm ready to build the mindset that I need to start my Forever Living business, to stay in my Forever Living business, and to accomplish my goal. I don't know what life is for me. I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what vision I have for myself. I'm not even sure of the goals that I have for myself, because all we know is I want 2026, I want to lose weight, I want to look beautiful, I want, when you come into 2024, 26, and you're like, this year I'm not begging people, this year, that's not a goal. That is not a goal. A goal is, what is it that is going to change your life? What is going to set you apart? What is going to make you an impactful person in society, in your family, your children? That is not a goal. You saying, hey, my goal this year is to not go where I'm not needed. That is not a goal. That is you feeling inferior. You don't feel like you belong there. You don't feel like you belong to the people, that you are just feeling inferior. And because you are feeling inferior, you don't see yourself better. So come into Forever so you can be able to have the purpose that you need. You will discover your purpose. Trust me. You will discover your purpose. You will start building not just one vision, but visions of your life. You've maybe not ever seen yourself fly out of South Africa. With Forever, you get to vision that. You start to vision the big things that you never thought your dreams could be part of. Your goals become the very drive that you need to build up to those visions and your purpose. So Forever gives you all that, that system, but you have to be strong mentally to understand you are in this for the long run. You are in this for the next 10 years of your life. You are in this for the next 15 years of your children's life. You know how our kids actually tell us how old we are? Because you look back, you're like, this person is now 11 years old. So I've been in existence with this person for 11 years. What have I done for this person? What am I going to leave behind for this person? If I die today, what is this person going to live with? Those are questions that you need to ask yourself. While you are being scared, while you're thinking Forever is a scam, okay, go for what is not a scam, gay. What is not a scam? What is not a scam? Because you cannot tell me that going to a job, finding a job only, that is good enough for you. Many people, I'm employed, I've been employed for over 15 years. I cannot afford this life. I cannot afford to dream beyond my salary. But since I've added my salary, I added forever to my salary, I'm dreaming beyond my paycheck. This month I didn't even check my pay slip from my work because I'm making much money from forever. So I'm now living my life based on a business that says you can do more, you can achieve more. So you either limit yourself. I'm not saying don't look for a job, but don't neglect this income that you can make that will support the salary that you are going to make. So please speak to the person that invited you here tonight. Tell them you are ready to pursue your purpose. Tell them you are ready to build a vision you've never had before. Tell them you are ready to pursue your goals. You just want to get started. Don't think twice. Don't exercise your doubts. Just do it. And the rest is going to follow. Thank you guys so much for being here until this very time. I hope that you found value in this. I hope that what I've shared with you does help you change your life and make you feel that you can build the mindset that you need to win in Forever Living Business. Mindset is everything, guys. If you don't see yourself winning, you're not going to win. If you don't see yourself staying, you're not going to stay. If you don't see yourself becoming a better version of yourself, you're not going to become a better version of yourself. It is what you see yourself that will help you pursue yourself. Thank you so much and have a blessed night.